My friends, oh, 10x is easier than 2x. It is a great book. I would highly recommend reading it. It is a game changer. But we're gonna talk about this as it pertains to our bodies, because I know that what you're experiencing right now is what's the word? Brutal. Yes, it is brutal, and it feels like what used to work in your body doesn't anymore. Like you're doing the same things, you're eating the same way, you're working out the same, and you're actually going backwards as far as how you feel, how you look. And what I just want you to know is that you are not broken, you are not crazy, you are not lazy, and you are not alone. And it will make me emotional because I know what it feels like on that side. I feel like that some days myself. And what I want us to know as a community, as women in this together, is that, yeah, it sucks and it's not fair. And the game has changed and the rules have changed. And I think the faster that I recognized that, the faster it was for me to make some different choices with my time, with my food, with my workouts. And so I want to talk about this 10x is easier than 2x in terms of what does it look like in perimenopause, in menopause, as we're into our 40s and 50s and 60s and all of these fun things, because it's not going anywhere. And I just refuse to spend my life being mad about it and sulking and pouting or pretending it's not happening. I mean, we could either go to the extreme on both sides. I want to spend my time on this earth because most of it's going to be spent like this, where it's a different set of rules. It's a different body. It's a different thing. But I still want it to be great. I still want it to be excellent. I still want it to achieve a lot, accomplish a lot. I want to look hot. Like I am not letting all of those things go. But I know that the way we're not going to get there is with 2x energy. Okay. 2x energy is more restriction, more cardio, more running, more pressure, more withholding, more starting over, more guilt, more fatigue, and somehow even less results. So I know we've all tried that 2x mentality. What I want to challenge you with is a 10x mentality. And this is exactly where I've gotten to with my body of like, okay, and it's a really listening to my body. It will tell you what it wants from you. It will. And it's so cool. And I'm going to give you a couple examples. So 10x energy is smarter, not harder. And the number one thing I can tell you is strength training, weightlifting. It has to be number one for you because it's the thing that protects all the other things. It's the thing that will give you what cardio used to give you. It's the thing that will give you the longevity, the aesthetic, the metabolism back again. Do you feel like it just got flushed on the toilet? Like I do. Like it completely flipped on me, right? So strength training, progressive overload strength training, I had to ditch all the little boot camp classes. I had to ditch the YouTube videos. I had to ditch the random weightlifting workouts and go to boring. My workouts are not riveting. They are boring and they are effective. And it's just what I do now. No more acting crazy and running laps and sweating. Like, not that I don't sweat, but like, it's just not about that anymore because my body told me it didn't like it. It told me that by gaining weight and breaking down. My knees hurting all the time. My elbows, actually, both of my elbows killing me all the time because of my triceps and the adhesions around my triceps and my shoulders. Like it told me exactly what it didn't like. I just wasn't listening because I thought I needed to keep doing it, just work through the pain. No, do more instead of hold on. My body doesn't like running. My body doesn't like boot camp classes. My body doesn't like CrossFit. My body didn't like any of those things. It likes boring weightlifting, and your body is going to like boring weightlifting too. So it's about being supportive and doing the things that are right, not punishing. I don't ever feel like I'm punishing myself for what I ate or punishing myself for what I look like. And I'm very strategic. I don't feel scattered. I'm not looking at my phone every day going, now, what do I feel like doing today? Because I feel like taking a nap. So I can't trust my feelings. I'm just going to trust the program that I have right in front of me that is boring. But you know what makes it fun? Because you can make everything fun is that I win every day because my tricep workout tomorrow, I'm going to lift either a heavier weight or I'm going to do more reps than I did last Thursday. And that's how I win every single day. And man, it keeps me there. It keeps me dialed in. It keeps me wanting to make progress. Progressive overload. It is consistent. It is not extreme. So 2X is is just trying harder in a body that's completely changing. And 10X is learning how to work with your body and learning how to listen to your body. So here's the thing. I did a poll the other day and it was like, what are you guys struggling with? Because I want to talk about the things that you're struggling with. And here are the things. Why am I tired all the time? And I do mean all of the time. Why is this weight different? Why does it look different on my body? Why do I feel puffy? Why do I feel inflamed? Why do I feel just off? Why can't I stay consistent and disciplined like I used to? And once again, why do I feel like I've lost myself? Those are the things that we're all going through. But nothing is wrong with you. You just don't have the exact right strategy for yourself. But I'm hoping that through Power Shift, you find that strategy. And, sometimes you have to do some experimentation. It took me some experimenting to find what my body liked. And once it liked it, it was like a light bulb duh moment. I'm like, Heather, why did you even try any of those other things? Because man, when it likes something, it just reacts so beautifully. I have never had arms that look like this. Never. Even in bodybuilding, my arms look better now, at least the fronts of them. The back of them still say I'm 48, but the fronts of them look so good. And it's because I've never, ever done progressive overload. I've never weightlifted so consistently and so boring. I've always wanted something, fun and entertaining and, all the things. It's not fun and entertaining. It's boring. I like it. I like it. Okay. So number one, in our 10X Power Shift, we've got to strength train and we have to get stronger. You have to lift weight. You can't lift them anymore. And you have to continue to make progress. So you just can't pick up 10-pound dumbbells and every week you're doing 8 reps, 4 sets of bicep curls with 10 pounds. You're never going to, you will never see results that way. You have to bump up to 12s. Or 15s, or you have to do more reps. And I will tell you, because we have to be really cognizant of our joints, you don't want to always lift 15 reps. Some weeks are 15 reps. Some weeks are 6 to 8 reps. And because we want to be strong and we want to be powerful, and that heavy lifting is really good for our bones, but it's not going to be good all the time. And reps are really great for endurance, but not all the time. So we have to make sure that we are alternating. I kind of do a month at a time. I do something a little bit different, still building and still growing and still getting strong, but in different ways. So we need to build muscle because that's going to help with stability. It's going to help with metabolism. It's going to help with confidence. It helps keep you curvy. So what muscle does is it will help you continue the hourglass shape, because when estrogen leaves our body, it makes the middle pop out. And it's really cool. It's actually completely biological. Estrogen, when it's in our body, sits in our butts and our hips, making that hourglass. It's for the breeding purposes, man, it's fertility. And when estrogen leaves our body, when we're no longer fertile, then all the weight just goes to the middle. So what you're experiencing is very normal. That's why let's shift it, pardon the pun, and let's grow some muscles that continue that hourglass shape, that build those strong shoulders, that strong back, that tight core, and those big old strong, nice legs. And By the way, if you can make your legs big old strong by lifting weights, more power to you. I lift weights 3 times a week on legs, and my legs are still not big old strong. So don't worry about like, I'm going to get too big. I'm going to get too bulky. No, you're not. Fat makes you big and bulky. Muscles make you tight and curvy and fabulous. Okay. So if you're not going to do it for strength and stability, at least do it for hot mom. Okay. Okay. Number 2. Oh, I cannot say this enough. Protein. Protein, protein, protein. Protein is your very best friend. Every single meal needs to be protein. And I'm not a snacker. We've talked about that before, but I want meals that satisfy me. And that is all completely surrounded by protein. If I just eat protein in a meal, I'm fine. I don't need carbs. I do like fats because they make my brain work a little bit better, longer. So avocados, oils, mayonnaise. I'm a huge mayonnaise person, which is just made with eggs and oil. And so it works for me, but I know not everybody is. But getting that high protein, high fat, it will, because you don't want to undereat. And like the whole thing, I made that chicken waffle the other day, which is one of my go-tos. It is exactly what you want to eat. Those kinds of things are exactly what you want to eat. But one of the things that I was laughing about was the protein bar and the caffeine drink ain't going to cut it anymore. Salads aren't going to cut it anymore unless you've got 3 helpings of chicken breast on the top. Like bird food is just not going to work any longer. You're going to have to feed your body, and you're going to have to feed it well. When I want to be, I'm either in calorie maintenance or a calorie deficit, but I do it in big foods and meaty foods, literally meaty foods, because it helps balance my blood sugar. If I'm not balanced and I'm not eating enough protein, all I want is sugar. And that, what that does is spike, 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 fatigue, 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 fatigue. And so I had to get out. I've been 2 weeks today with 0 sugar, processed sugar, and I feel so much better. And I know that I'm going to go to Mexico and I'm going to put sugar in my body, and it's going to make me feel like crap again, honestly. But I'm going to do it because I want to go to Mexico and I want to enjoy myself. But I have really seen a difference in myself these last couple of weeks, and I want to get out of that sugar rut. And you can. It takes about 3 days of cravings for way. I don't even care. Like I haven't even been tempted. There are 2 dozen no-bake cookies in my freezer right now because I keep them in little snack bags because I was eating a lot of cookies. And I was at least trying to control my amounts with them, but I was eating a lot of cookies, and I haven't eaten one, and I don't even care. I open it up all the time. I'm like, whatever. It's just not important to me, because the more protein you eat, the less chaos and the less cravings you have. And that's just a fact. Okay, movement. I want you to think about movement, not punishment or exhaustion. So I am a huge advocate of tracking your steps, because we do need to be more active. And but I'm not saying run and punish your body. I'm saying go outside and walk in the sun for 20 minutes. You don't need to destroy your body in order to change it. You just need to keep it moving. Moving is medicine. And I have never been overweight when walking consistently. So that's how I know that my body likes walking. I have done this enough and experimented enough to where I'm like, if I walk almost every day, and that's in addition to my workouts, that's just the afternoon stroll, the get up off the desk here situation. You can't sit all day. It's so bad for you. There's a whole bunch of stats on that too, which I find fascinating. But I needed to get out, and I've never been overweight when I've walked consistently. Now, when I ran a marathon, I gained 20 pounds. I gained 20 pounds training for a marathon. Tell me another way that your body is telling you that it does not like what you're doing to it. I didn't look good. I didn't feel good. Nothing about it. And I ran one marathon and I stopped running because I knew exactly. I was like, nope, that is not for me. So you got to experiment a little bit. Number 4, tracking is your best friend. The only reason I have this watch is to track my steps. Not to be maniacal about it, but to make sure that I'm not being too sedentary, because my body likes movement. I just have to make sure that I track it. That's my responsibility to my body, to give it what it wants. So I've got to track my food. I've got to track my steps. I'm going to track my progressive overload on my workouts. How many reps? Those things have to be tracked. I have an app that does that. I love it. What are the what time you go to bed? How much sleep are you getting? Track all of those things, because the awareness creates the control. And I don't know about you, but I feel way out of control in this body sometimes, in the mind and the body and the brain and the hormones and the things that the brain used to do. And now it doesn't anymore because I can't remember anything. Like, there's enough out of control that the tracking just gives me some awareness and gives me back a little bit of control, because it's not about restriction. It's about clarity, and it's about knowing. This is not a punishment thing. Okay, consistency is going to be intensity every day. Now, I happen to own a tortoise and a hare, and I know who won the end of the story, who won the race, the tortoise or the hare? The tortoise, because consistency beats intensity. You don't have to keep starting over every Monday. If you botch it on Thursday and you had a bad day and you ate 6 cookies for dinner, okay, get up tomorrow and do it again and do better. You don't wait till Monday and let a whole other weekend go by you feeling like crap. You just want to get up and get right back on it, because this isn't a program. This is a lifestyle. And the work works when you work it long enough and consistent enough. And you will find that one 6 cookie day won't even make a blip on your radar. There's nothing to be shameful about, because that's over. You're back on the horse. You're back walking. Take a walk, not to punishment, but to movement right after the 6 cookie dinner. It doesn't matter. You just got to get back on the horse. So consistency is going to be intensity. 10X body is not built from extremes. It is built from alignment. What do I want? What does it want? And what do we want together? That is the important thing. So, and I'm going to leave you with this thought. I think it would be better and wiser for us to not think about getting our old bodies back, but to become the most strongest and in control and powerful and capable and confident women in the bodies that we have now. So we're going to let go of who we were, and we're going to fully step into who we are becoming for the next half of our life. And that, my friends, is really, really, really exciting.